Hey everybody, it's the Ioniq guy. So with the new year in sight, I wanted to go over some of my favorite accessories of 2022 with you guys. Maybe you have a loved one who owns an Ioniq 5 and you're looking for a gift for them this holiday season. I'm gonna have a few items in here to choose from. So if you're interested in seeing my favorite accessories of 2022, stay tuned. One of my top accessories, I've been talking about this for a long time, is these really small little LED USB lights. And I put them in the two USB ports in the center console here in the front, as well as the two USB ports in the back of the armrest. And what this does is this allows you to add a little bit more color to the interior, to the center section of the car. And they are sensitive to daylight, so they do turn off in the day. And at nighttime, they will automatically turn on. And you can choose from multiple different colors. You can mix and match. You can have the one on the left be purple, the one on the right be yellow. You can just do whatever you want. It's just a little bit more customization to make your Ioniq 5 really yours. You can pick these up on Amazon, and it's about $10 for a 4-pack. Another one of my favorite accessories this year is the center armrest cover from Best EV Mod. And this is just a leather cover. It comes in this light color as well as black for the black interior cars. And you can see it's nicely stitched together. The material is not the exact same style as the Hyundai OEM seats, but it's close enough and you don't really notice. I've been using mine for about 3 or 4 months now. You have some detail here with the 4 dots that symbolize H in Morse code. And it adds a nice little bit of cushioning to the armrest. It's holding up pretty well. The fit is decent. I can still open and close, no problem. So if you're interested, this is available on Amazon for $24.99. The next few accessories live under my front trunk. And the first one is going to be the TeslaTap Mini. This is a very high quality American-made adapter that allows any electric car other than a Tesla to utilize Tesla's destination chargers that you might find at a hotel or a restaurant, and then you can go ahead and use that complimentary free charging at that business. And I've tested a few other adapters in the last couple months, and this one is leaps and bounds ahead of them. This is the original. This is extremely high quality, low volume, made in the US. And I just really like it. I took it apart. I did a review video. I'll have a link in the description. But this is available from their online store for about $260. And if you do need to use Tesla destination charging, it is well worth the money. The next item here is a 12-volt battery jump starter. Now, this isn't something that I wish I had to carry, but there is an ongoing issue with Ioniq 5s and their 12-volt batteries dying. And the only way to get the car running again is to jump start the battery. So here is a 12-volt battery bank that you can use to quickly jump start the car. You can see it's a little dirty because I was using it to jump start my riding lawnmower at the end of this season because the battery in it had died. So this one has worked very well. You could jump start the Ioniq 5 probably 100 times before this thing is completely dead. So I think this is a great option. It's relatively inexpensive at about $60. It also has a couple USB ports as well as a flashlight, so it does double duty. So I'll have a link in the description below to this version that I've found works quite well. And of course, being an Ioniq 5 owner, you've got to have the V2L adapter. And this adapter right here allows you to plug into your car's exterior charge port. And then you can go ahead and pull this down and you can plug in any 120 volt device you like, up to 1800 watts. So right now, for some reason, the adapter has gone up in price again. It was originally about $550, then it dropped to about $180, but it seems like it's out of stock everywhere. So for the time being, I would hold off on getting this, but keep your eyes peeled, and if it does drop back down to about $180, $190, that's when I would buy it. But there is no world where this thing alone is worth over $500. So my next favorite accessory of 2022 is going to be the 4-dot Morse code emblems from Best EV Mod. And These come in black as well as this silver color that matches the rest of the silver trim on the Ioniq 5. There's even more silver trim on the limited trim of the car. I have the SEL, so this would look even better with that limited trim. But I really like the look of it. I've never been the biggest fan of the Hyundai badge. Now, if maybe next year they go to the Hyundai Ioniq 6's more modern, flat-styled badge, I might be more apt to keep it. But I do like this badge. It's been on my car for a few months now. It's holding up really well. So I really recommend this badge if you're looking for a real personal touch to the exterior of your Ioniq 5. If you're somebody like me who has a small camper trailer or a small utility trailer and you need to be able to tow, I have been using the Torque Lift Central 2-inch receiver on my Ioniq 5 for about 9 months now. I've used it mostly for my bike rack. We didn't get to do any camping this summer, so I only towed my trailer for that range test video. But this has been a really good trailer hitch. There's no sign of rusting after 9 months of use. It is tucked up under the car real nicely, so you don't really notice it unless you're actually looking for it. You can see here I also do have the trailer light wiring kit, which is from Hyundai directly. I don't recommend using anything other than Hyundai's OEM wiring because it does tie into the car's wiring harness. You don't have to do any splicing. It's just a quick connect, and that's it. So I would recommend going with the Hyundai version. But yeah, Torque Lift Central trailer hitch, definitely a good buy. It's worth the money. It's about $450, $500, and I highly recommend it. Another product I really do recommend you get for your car would be Bosch Icon wiper blades. I've been using these since a week after I got the car because the first time I went out in the rain and snow with the OEM wiper blades that came from the factory, I was very disappointed. So I went out and got Bosch Icons, and I haven't looked back since. These things are great. The blades still look very good almost a year later. So I highly recommend them. You can get them in a pack of 2 that comes with the driver and passenger side all together, and I believe that's about $50 on Amazon. Link in the description. I also highly recommend the Dongar adapter for a dash cam, and what this does is allows you to have a little USB cable go right up around here, and then it connects to the Homelink mirror on the SEL and limited trims here in the United States. The SE trim does not have the necessary wiring connector up top here to allow the Dongar adapter to function. So only on SEL and limited trims. I'm not sure about other countries, unfortunately. But then you can go ahead and plug in a dash cam right here, and you don't have to run any cabling down your A-pillar and down and around and over to the fuse box over here. It's just a much cleaner, simpler installation. It allows you to quickly remove it, unlike if you were to hardwire it. So I do like this. I pair it with a dash cam that has a battery in it so that I still have parking mode because the car's not getting bumped all that much, so parking mode shouldn't activate very often, so it's not going to drain the battery. So the Dongar adapter is available on Amazon. It has been in and out of stock throughout the year just because there's such high demand for it and they weren't able to keep up with orders. So I can't guarantee it's going to be in stock at the time of this video, but keep your eyes peeled on their website. They do keep updates on when things will be back in stock. So as you can see here, my Tuxmats have been working quite well over the last month or so. And these are definitely my favorite floor mats so far of this year. Liner X's are also nice. They're just not as stylish as the Tuxmats. And Best EV Mods are okay all-weather floor mats. I wouldn't really consider them to be all-weather though because there is no lip around all the edges. So all that weather could easily spill over onto your carpet. So if you really want a good all-weather floor mat, I don't think you can go wrong with the Tuxmat. So another accessory I really liked this year was Best EV Mods black bezel cover. And they did come out with multiple iterations of this throughout the year. The first one did have a built-in screen protector, which wasn't perfect. It did wash out the center screen quite a bit, and it did make it less responsive to touch. And now this new version is cut out around the screens, You can get it in either a gloss black seen here or also a matte black version. And if you do prefer the blacked out bezel look, then this is the accessory you're going to want. I personally took it off recently because I think I do like the white bezel more than the black bezel, but it's still a high quality product, and you can kind of change it throughout the seasons if you decide that you don't want black in a certain time. What I do is I take it and I have a piece of wax paper here and I just lay it out flat. This adhesive that they used is very forgiving and you can pull this off. I put it onto the wax paper, stick it in a closet, and then I can pull it off and put it back on whenever I want. So it does allow for some flexibility, and that is nice. This is available on their Amazon store for $50. Link in the description. And of course, I'm going to shamelessly plug my Ioniq 5 eyewear holders that go right over here. You guys have seen them a million times, and they just work really well, I gotta say. Just stick your sunglasses right on them, right there within arm's reach. So I just hit my 350th sale of the year, and I really appreciate your guys' business with this. I've had a lot of positive reviews. I've also gotten some feedback that has improved them over time. So these are available on either my Shopify store or Etsy. Etsy is mostly for international orders at this point. Shopify would be the best place to purchase these from. These are available for $20. These are 3D printed in PETG. I also have maple versions in black and natural colors, and those are available for $27 or $28 respectively. So that's going to do it for my favorite accessories of 2022. What have your favorite accessories been for the car? I know a lot of these items are kind of taste-based, but these are the ones I like. So let me know down in the comments what you've done to your Ioniq 5 to make it your own. I'm interested to hear. So anyway, guys, hope this helps with some Christmas shopping if you're buying something for another Ioniq 5 owner, or if you're just treating yourself to a little something this holiday season. So take care, everybody, and happy holidays.